Discover the hidden gems and pristine waters of Tennessee's Bill Dance signature lakes. Conveniently located throughout Tennessee, there's a signature lake near you, covering all regions of the volunteer state, all endorsed by the legendary Bill Dance himself. Whether it's a weekend getaway or an extended vacation, create timeless memories at Tennessee's Bill Dance signature lakes. Plan your trip today.
Hey everybody, I'm Steve Owens, one of the tournament directors with the Tennessee Bass Nation Kayak Series, filling in for Sassy Dan as he's at work right now. Want to welcome you to our angler briefing for event number 6 of the 2025 season. Can't believe it's event number 6. Wow, we got 4 more to go after this one. So the Carl Black Chevrolet of Nashville Angler of the Year race will, hopefully come down to the wire. As I mentioned, we got a few events, but before we get into everything, I want to highlight our sponsors. I want to thank West Tennessee Bass Yackers for fishing with us this weekend. Don't forget to register for their event on Tourney X. There are some differences. All the times and fishing stuff are the same. The only difference is they are a 3-fish limit tournament. We're going to share identifier codes that I'll give you at the end of this briefing. You got Max Skelton and Brian Knack, the tournament directors over there. You will need a visibility flag for this tournament if you're double dipping. That's a cast rule that we have here in the state of Tennessee. Most of us have it, and we recommend it, although we don't require it in Bass Nation or Bassmaster. But we appreciate it if you use that. I can speak from personal experience that it actually does help. I've had multiple boats come by and just strike up conversation and mention that had they not seen my flag, they wouldn't have seen me. They saw it first, rather. So, as I mentioned, we got Carl Black Chevrolet of Nashville. That prize is going to be your top 4 events of the season. We may tweak it next year and count the state championship in it for Angler of the Year. And that prize is going to bring you home $1,000 cash and that big blue Angler of the Year trophy from Catch Outdoors. We've got the staples back. A large part of the kayak scene in the Southeast for the last 5-6 years is Dugout Bait and Tackle, is one of our title sponsors. As you see, we're partnered with Real Heroes, a partner with Purple Heart Homes. And what they do is they raise funds and do work for our men and women from the military. When they come back home, they do repairs on homes, veterans in need, do building and maintenance, as I mentioned, on where they live. And we appreciate that benevolent and servant's heart that they have, and we're happy to be a part of them. What we do is we take $1 per entry fee and hold that back to give to them at the end of the year at our state championship in Knoxville. And as many of you've taken part of, and please continue to do so if you can, is each time you do register on Tourney X, another one of our great partners, is you have the opportunity to add extra to your entry fee, and we'll hold that back too and give to them. I'll have those totals at every event, and from time to time, I'll give a total update. Had a phone call with them the other day, Real Heroes, Purple Heart Homes, and they're blown away by the support that you've all shown in year 1 of building this with them. There is a tournament on Lake Norman, July the 12th. If you don't have anything going on in this area, that's going to benefit the veterans. If you're a veteran, please get in it. We're going to have a lot of prizes. We're going to have a native watercraft to give away, which we also do in Tennessee Bass Nation at the end of the season. We're bringing back Sniper Marine as our big bass prize sponsor overall. We get support from Guardian Angel. We've got prizes there that are going to go into our Angler of the Year pool. Hopefully, we're going to go past the money of first place and give away some prizes to second, third this year. We've got a broken twig landing net that's going to come. We've got stuff from RoboHawk, Boondocks, Yamamoto baits, One Objectives back with us, Bill Lewis Fishing, Seagar, Dobbins rods. We've got 2 of those to get into the Angler of the Year pool. Once again, we're going to have a Newport kayak motor to give away. Got support from Kayak Cushion. If I've forgotten anything else, please forgive me there. But just wanted to highlight those sponsors and, do everything we can to support them. We know you guys do. Across the Southeast, you're part of the success Dugout Bait and Tackle's had as a shop and a supporter of the kayak community. So if you ever got anything you need, we all got wheels, and we deliver things quite often at these events to anglers. So y'all keep that up. We appreciate it. When we're done with this, we've got Douglas coming up, and then Nickajack. Nickajack's going to be a partner event with the Kayak Team Series. Then we're going to be on Lake Gunnersville. We're going to partner with the it's ATAK, ATAK. I can't remember the acronym. And then we're going to close out the season on Old Hickory in August, which is going to get us prepared for the Visit Knox Sports Purple Heart Home Real Heroes State Championship in Knoxville, Tennessee. You all know this season, 6 of our events have been, we've been blessed enough to have them as the Build Signature Lakes presented by the Giant Bass Open Series. And what the Giant Bass Open Series is it's a boat world event, and they do hourly big bass. And something we want to try to do for a couple of years and then maybe evolve into a tournament of our own that way. We like to just going to remove this banner so you can see the whole thing. So what we might do is end up with our own event like this. Maybe do it in conjunction with them, where you all can upload your fish. In this instance, you get credit for it when you capture it, not when you upload it. We give everybody a hard time about sandbagging, but sandbagging is a strategy because people do come in on you sometimes. But also, anglers get in a zone and they don't want to stop till they get all their fishing done, and that's okay too. Just be mindful and be safe of your phone. But we're happy to be a part of that. We thank Fish Tennessee. They support us for all of our other events. But part of the Bill Dance Signature Lakes here is we give $100 per hour for the giant bass submitted. Now, this is on top of the Sniper Marine Big Bass that goes to the overall Big Bass of the event. And as y'all saw, let me see if I can get this pulled over here. I don't actually have it on this file, but we've got a killer trophy from Spirit Hall here in Tennessee. It's actually a business that I'm doing some work with going forward in the future. Got some new ventures coming up, and we're really excited about doing all that. So reach out to me if you got any questions about anything we do. Daniel Davis can answer whatever you need as well. And we'll try to I'm going to do this. Sorry. All right, we're gonna get down to this angler briefing because I'll sit here and talk about all of y'all and thank you for everything you do. But super happy to give that $100 bill right there. Thanks to Joe Heibenrich for always being able to make these killer and awesome graphics that he does for us. So appreciate you all, and get back to the subject at hand. Don't forget we got West Tennessee Bass Yackers fishing this weekend. We are fishing Pickwick. It's a $75 entry fee. $5 goes to Big Bass. It's a 5-fish tournament with a 12-inch minimum length. Something we need you all to do is throughout your day, check your stringer via the Manage Catch option in your TourneyX app. The reason you need to do that is, let's say you submit 5 17-inch fish and you look and you see a 16 and a half. Well, that means your fish was deducted for some reason. Or you only have 4 fish and you submitted 5. You have to get a hold of us before the fish submission deadline expires. If you're not in contact with us for that, then it's a dead argument. There's nothing we can do about it. You need to contact us. There's 9 hours in a fishing day. If you count that hour to get your fish uploaded, we'll help you with about anything that we can. But ultimately, it's your responsibility to check your stringer after the tournament. If you've got a cracked mouth penalty, it's over with. You have to get a hold of us during tournament hours, and we'll give you the chance to resubmit a better fish. But if you wait until after fish submission deadline, then we're not going to be able to do that. It's the nature of electronic fishing. It's not that hard to submit your fish and check that during your stringer. Even if you don't have good signal, you can reach out and say, hey, what's my stringer? And we'll help you there. But we're not going to be able to contact everyone for every fish penalty. The TourneyX app does a great job sending push notifications. So, you should be able to see, you submitted to 17, we deducted it. It's going to have a message on there that it was deducted. And even if you don't get to see that, you're still going to see 16 and a half fish accepted. Then hey, I didn't submit a 16 and a half. Then you need to do your due diligence and contact us to investigate that. So we make mistakes too. But for the most part, you all do a great job of submitting pictures. This is going to have a 3-letter identifier code that we're all going to share. That's on your TourneyX app. But those are 3 letters. That's T Ted, E Edward, and Y, the letter Y. So TEY. That can be written on anything. And it's got a message from an angler. I apologize. So this is a lake-wide launch on Pickwick. It's any public access, public ramp, or public pay use ramp that's available to the public. The last legal launch point on Yellow Creek is the Scruggs Bridge boat ramp on Highway 25. You are able to launch and fish past the bridge, but you have to come back and take out there. Your boundaries are the Pickwick Dam to the Wilson Dam. There's supposed to be some winds tomorrow, but it's going to be a little overcast and breezy. It'll be hot and humid. But watch out for one another. Stay in close contact if you can. Give each other a call if you need to check up on one another. Reach out to myself or Daniel Davis. If there's an incident with another boater, another kayaker, or you have an accident yourself, your first priority is to call 911. And then if you can, reach out to us and maybe we can help you some way as well. If you're watching this and you haven't paid us your Bass Nation dues for the season, reach out to us there. I have to check those later this evening when registration closes. And so far, y'all have done a great job of reading and then getting signed up for that. And we really appreciate that. Safety rules. We'll get back to the fish. I told you 5 fish, 12-inch limit. If you've got a messed up eyeball on your fish, put that fish on your catch or Yak Attack leaderboard. That's the only 2 boards we accept in this series. Get a video of that fish laying where you measured it, pick it up, set it back in the water, let it swim off, and then send us that video. That way we can make certain that fish is alive. Getting to your safety, you got to check your fishing license for Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, everywhere that you all fish. That's something you all know to do. Your kayak registration is your responsibility. Your lighting, your visibility lighting. Motorized or not, even if you're a paddle or a pedal kayak, you have to have a 360 white light if you're launching before safe light. If you have a motor, you need to have a red and green navigation light as well as a 360 white light. If you're a motorized kayak and you don't have your red and green navigation lights, but you do have a 360 white light, you can still launch, but you can't have your motor in the water until it's daylight. If you don't understand what true daylight is, then you got to kind of question some things. So reach out to us if there's any confusion on that, and we'll help you out. But PFD must be worn at all times. You can remove it to take off or add clothing, rain gear. The PFD needs to be on top of your rain gear. Put it back on as quickly as you can, but you can take it off to do things like that. You are allowed to get out of your kayak to go on the bank and use the bathroom, take a break, eat lunch, whatever you need to do. You are allowed to do that. You are allowed to change ramps. In the morning, these times are central, so you need to check your cell phones, your watches, your fish finders, your trucks, everything. Make sure you're on Central Standard Time. You can load your kayak, get it in the water, push off a little bit, and stay in close proximity of the ramp, out of the way of other kayakers and boat traffic. There's tournaments all over the area this time of year, so be mindful of that. Help one another out. Be listening. Don't put yourself in a situation where your kayak may not be able to handle the kind of traffic that may come your way, or you're inexperienced and you get nervous, because when you get nervous, you can make a quick accident, unfortunately, very, very fast. Again, these are Central Standard Time, so you're going to launch at 5 a.m. You have until 5:30 to get to your spot, and that's going to be your lines in. You're going to fish until 1:30 p.m. and 59 seconds in this tournament only. WTBY, that's a cast tournament. You have to have all your fish submitted at 1:29:59. So you don't get that full minute of 1:30. So you got to have your fish submitted there, your fish captured before then. So that's a 1 minute difference, and it can happen. It happens a lot. So make sure you're mindful of that. You're going to have until 2:30 to get your fish submissions uploaded or bring a protest to our attention from our judge panel or whatever. And we're going to try to get to the Pickwick Landing State Park at 3 p.m. And we're actually meeting at the Pickwick Lodge. Come to the lodge, park wherever you need to. Be respectful and mindful of that. But come on inside to the main lobby and hook a left, and Sassy Dan and I will have everything set up right there for your awards. We appreciate them. That lodge is a great dang place to stay. If you're a Tennessee resident, you get discounts on these lodges at the state park. And Hardin County does a great job supporting us. They've supported us from the first year that we made this a trail series. And they brought 2 Bassmaster Kayak Series here. I believe old Sassy Dan cashed a check there. But I gave you your launch boundaries and everything. won't keep you on here much longer than that. Don't forget to get your dues if you haven't done that. Going to pull up the Carl Black Chevrolet of Nashville Angler of the Year right now. Give you an update or just a recap of what happened our last tournament on Kentucky Lake, hosted by Henry County in Paris, Tennessee. We had the top 5 spots were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cody Crutcher had 87.5 inches, and he had big bass as well. Ahead of him by a quarter of an inch was Russ Snyder's with 87 3/4. He was tied with Adam Patrone of Kentucky, and Adam had a bigger bass than Russ, so that got the tiebreaker. Ahead of him by 1 inch was Pennsylvania's Abby Abendanza with 88 3/4, and Kentucky's Kyler Branham with 89 inches took home that Bill Dance Signature Lake Killer Trophy. So appreciate Kyler. He's been a tournament director for some years. He works hard and does a lot for all of us. He's the one that keeps our website and stuff rolling. So as far right now, we've got 43 anglers qualified through the series, 42 anglers rather. So I'll get into the Carl Black of Nashville Angler of the Year standings right now. So let's go down to 15th here. 15th place, we've got West Tennessee bass yacker Ron Butler Jr., who actually cashed a check on Lake Fork in the Bassmaster Kayak Series tournament. He's in 15th place right now. These are the anglers. It's your top 4 events. And a lot of these anglers have some lower scores that, like Ron, he's got a 5-point in his 4th event. So if he gets, a 230 or whatever, then, he's going to jump up 225 points. So these leaderboard numbers for the total 4 scores, those are going to change a lot every event. And that's why we appreciate the commitment you've all made to this series. A lot of you try to fish all 10 if you can. We appreciate that. And 14th place is Derek Wilson with 789 inches or 789 points. Patty Stewart, she took home one of the Bill Dance $100 Big Bass medallions. Each hourly Big Bass winner, Giant Bass winner of $100 actually gets a medal as well. And those things are freaking killer. They're really great. Raymond Jones is in 12th place. 11th place is Paris Edwards. 10th place, we got Daniel Lyons. 9th, we've got Mike Cheatham. Ahead of him is Dan Catron. And we got Jordan Lovejoy, new to the tournament series here this year. We got Kurt. I always screw it up. Kurt Pegano with 918 points. Ahead of him, we got Peyton Hughes with 921. Then we got Mark Davis at 4th with 950. Richard Bartasek with 954 is in 3rd. We got Chris Franklin. He jumped up to 963 last weekend when in 2nd place. And ahead of him is last year's Angler of the Year, Luke Graham, with 967 points. But as I mentioned, so I'm looking here at Richard, let's say. He's got a 220. That's his low score. And what that does is he there we go. Brought that up here. So what that does is like here we've got Richard with a 220. So if he gets a 240, he's going to jump to 974 points, and that'll put him in first. Pending Luke staying if he doesn't finish higher than 222 in this next event. So, and then as well as Chris Franklin, if he wins this event, he's going to gain 12 points, and that'll put him at 975, and he'll jump him with a 967. So these look like a lot of differences in numbers, but they really aren't. Because you come down here with, like I mentioned, Ron, he's got a 5, which means, he finished way down or skunked, but we got to give you 5 points so that we can track you on the Excel sheet. So let's just say he wins, that's 245 points. So that puts him at 965. Boom. He's right there in 2nd in one tournament. So it's never over with. It just isn't. Now it is mathematically to an extent, but you want these bragging rights to be in the top 15, even a top 25 in the state of Tennessee is pretty dang spectacular. As I mentioned, 2nd and 3rd, hopefully on down a little more. We'll have some prizes to give away for the Angler of the Year standings to make it worth it if you feel like you're out of it. But we want you to fish all of it that you can. We're excited to give this away every Bill Dance Signature Lakes. Working on something where hopefully next year. If it's not a Bill Dance Signature Lake event, We may not be able to give away $100 an hour big bass, but maybe we can do 50. So we're working on getting that money straightened out and everything. And so, but we really appreciate everything you all do for this tournament series. Again, your identifier code is TEY. That's on your TourneyX app. Check your stringers, your managed catch throughout the day. Reach out to us. If you've got any complaints, make sure you get a hold of Daniel, and I'll listen. We appreciate all of you. We appreciate Hardin County again. Beth Pippin does an amazing job for everything fishing. I know you all got to watch the pro series that have been fishing there. The high schools and colleges all make it up through there. And there's some great fishing over in Counce, Tennessee. So we appreciate all that y'all do, and we'll catch up with y'all just a little bit, and we'll get these Angler of the Year standings updated as quick as we can next week, and we'll appreciate all of you. Talk to you in a little while. Be safe.
What matters to you? Commitment, dedication, precision, connection. Catching fish? Good. That matters to us too.